Welcome to Medical News Update, your trusted source for the latest developments in metabolic health research and policy. I'm your host, and today we're covering 6 major stories that could reshape how we detect, prevent, and treat diabetes and obesity. Our top story: a simple saliva test could revolutionize early diabetes detection. Canadian researchers at UBC Okanagan have discovered that insulin levels in saliva are significantly elevated in people with obesity, even when their blood sugar appears completely normal. This breakthrough suggests we could identify at-risk individuals years before traditional blood tests show any problems. The implications are enormous. Imagine catching metabolic dysfunction with nothing more than a quick, painless saliva sample. Next, we have troubling news about America's youngest patients. New data published in JAMA Network Open reveals that severe pediatric obesity has surged by more than 250% since 2008. We're talking about children with the most extreme forms of obesity, conditions that put them on a fast track to type 2 diabetes, fatty liver disease, and cardiovascular problems. The increases are most pronounced among teenagers and black youth, highlighting concerning health disparities that demand immediate attention. Turning to treatment trends, GLP-1 medications are becoming mainstream. Fresh survey data shows that roughly 12% of American adults have now tried drugs like Ozempic, Wegovy, or Mounjaro. Among women in their 50s and early 60s, usage climbs to nearly 1 in 5. Most users report manageable side effects, primarily nausea and digestive issues, but the rapid adoption raises important questions about long-term effects and equitable access. Speaking of access, there's major policy news on the horizon. The federal government is launching pilot programs to provide Medicare and Medicaid coverage for GLP-1 medications used to treat obesity. This represents a historic shift. These programs have never covered weight loss drugs before. The Medicaid pilot begins in April 2026, with Medicare Part D following in January 2027. If successful, millions more Americans could gain access to these treatments. Now for what might be the most significant research breakthrough of the week. Scientists at the University of Washington have discovered that leptin, a hormone produced by fat cells, can normalize blood sugar in type 1 diabetes even without insulin. In laboratory studies, leptin worked by signaling the brain to reduce glucose and ketone production. This opens an entirely new therapeutic pathway that targets the brain rather than just the pancreas. Human trials are expected to begin soon, potentially offering the first major treatment advancement for type 1 diabetes in decades. Finally, promising news for type 2 diabetes management through nutrition. Johns Hopkins researchers have demonstrated that a modified DASH diet called DASH4D, which significantly improves blood sugar control in people with type 2 diabetes. This version reduces carbohydrates, increases healthy fats, and includes kidney protective modifications. Study participants experienced meaningful improvements in their average glucose levels and spent more time each day within target ranges. It's compelling evidence that thoughtful dietary modifications remain one of our most powerful tools against metabolic disease. Looking ahead, these developments paint a picture of rapidly evolving possibilities. From non-invasive early detection to brain-targeted therapies, from expanded medication access to precision nutrition, the landscape of diabetes and obesity care is transforming before our eyes. While challenges remain, particularly around pediatric obesity and health equity, the pace of innovation offers genuine reasons for optimism. That wraps up this week's roundup. If you found these insights valuable, please subscribe and share this podcast with others who care about metabolic health. We'll return next week with more breaking developments from the world of diabetes and obesity research. Thanks for joining us on Medical News Update.